Less than 1 hour meditation. To heal your money story. A calm reading for people who wants peace, not just cash. If you press play, money hurts. Maybe you don't have enough. Maybe you have too much and it owns you. Maybe you're scared to look at your bank account. Maybe you're scared to lose what's in it. This isn't a Finance Bro podcast. No crypto tips. No, just budget better. This is 12 questions about money, answered with psychology, history, and silence. My name doesn't matter. Your peace does. There are 12 chapters. We'll breathe. We'll remember. We'll rewire. You don't have to be rich. You have to be honest. If you fall asleep, good. Your subconscious is listening. If you get angry, good. Money plus shame equals anger. If you feel nothing, good. Numb is where most money stories start. This is money meditation. Let's heal the story so the cash can follow. Chapter 1. Why am I scared to look at my bank account? The question. You know it's bad, so you don't look. App notifications off. Mail unopened. I'll check Friday. You don't. It's not about the number. It's about the feeling. Shame. Panic. I'm a failure. Why does a number on a screen feel like a report card for your worth? The story. The Harvard envelope. 2008. Financial crisis. Harvard Business School does a study. They give students envelopes. Half say your account is overdrawn. Half say your account is fine. They measure cortisol, stress hormone, before opening. Overdrawn group. Cortisol spikes 27% before they even see the number. Their bodies panicked at the idea of being broken. Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. Money is a psychological phenomenon more than a mathematical one. Your brain doesn't see $1,247. It seems unsafe. It sees dad yelling. It means eviction. Oprah, 1980s. Made $1 million per year at 32. Still had $50,000 credit card debt. She said, I would buy things I didn't need to impress people I didn't like, to fill a hole I couldn't name. She avoided her statements. One day, her accountant sat her down, made her open them. She cried. Then she changed. Mike Tyson earned $400 million. 2003 filed bankruptcy. He said, I didn't know where it went. I signed papers. I didn't read them. I was scared too. Scared to look. Scared to know. Scared to be dumb. You're not bad with money. You're scared of what money says about you. The how money trauma is real. Dr. Brad Klontz, financial psychologist. Money scripts. You inherit them before age 7. Money avoidance. Money is bad. Rich people are evil. So you repel it. Money worship. Money solves everything. So you chase it and feel empty. Money status. Net worth equals self-worth. So you flex and go broke. Money vigilance. Never spend. Never trust. So you hoard and feel anxious. Your parents fought about bills? You avoid it. Your family praised the hustler? You worship. Your brain learned. Money equals danger or money equals love. Neuroscience. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up when you lose money. Same part. That fires when you feel physical pain. Getting a bank alert is literally painful. So you avoid pain. But avoidance equals interest. Avoidance equals late fees. Avoidance equals bigger pain later. The practice, the 60-second look. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Money isn't your dad. Money isn't your report card. Money is data. Open your eyes. Do this right now. Open your bank app. Don't scroll. Just look at the number. Say out loud, this is a number, not my worth. Close the app. That's it. 60 seconds. You don't have to fix it today. You have to stop making it a monster. Monsters grow in the dark. Numbers shrink in the light. Do this once a day for 7 days. Watch the panic drop. The one line, you're not scared of being broke. You're scared of being seen as broke. Look, the number can't hurt you. Only the hiding can. Chapter 2. Why do I spend money I don't have? The question. Payday hits. Rent's due. But you buy the shoes, the trip, the dinner. Then it's day 3 and you're eating ramen. Stressed, mad at yourself. You know better. You do it anyway. Why do you self-sabotage with money the second you get it? The story. The Marshmallow Winners 1972. Stanford. Marshmallow Test. Kids. 1 marshmallow now or 2 if you wait 15 minutes. I followed them for 40 years. Kids who waited. Higher SAT scores. Lower BMI. Better jobs. More savings. But here's what they didn't say. The kids who waited weren't more disciplined. They trusted the adult would come back. Kids from unstable homes ate the marshmallow. Why? Because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. If you grew up broke, your brain learned, get it now. It'll be gone later. Scarcity rewires you for today, not tomorrow. Shaquille O'Neal, first NBA check. $1 million. Spent $1 million in 30 minutes. Mercedes for him. Mercedes for dad. Mercedes for mom. Jewelry. He said, I didn't know about taxes. I got a call. You owe $400,000. I had $300,000 left. He was 20. Nobody taught him. MC Hammer. $33 million in 1991. 1996. Bankrupt. $13 million in debt. 200-person entourage. $500,000 per month payroll. He said, I didn't buy things. I bought people. I was scared they'd leave. You don't spend money. You spend fear. The how dopamine versus scarcity brain. Neuroscience. Dopamine spikes when you buy, not when you have. Amazon cart equals dopamine. Package arrives equals crash. So you buy again. Retail therapy is real. Shopping activates the same brain region as cocaine. For 20 minutes you feel powerful. Then shame. Then you do it again. Dr. Sarah Newcomb. Scarcity brain. If you grew up without, your brain hoards or splurges. Both are survival. Hoard. I might need this. Splurge. I might never get this again. Visa study. 73% of people say spending money is emotional, not logical. You don't buy shoes. You buy I'm not that poor kid anymore. You don't buy the trip. You buy I'm free for 5 days. But the bill lasts longer than the feeling. The practice. The 24-hour pause. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Think of the last thing you bought that you regretted. Not groceries. The emotional one. Ask, what was I actually buying? Safety? Status? Love? Revenge on my ex? Open your eyes. New rule. Any non-need over $50 equals 24-hour wait. Put it in the cart. Close the tab. If you still want it tomorrow and you have the cash, buy it. 90% of the time the urge dies, because it was never about the thing. It was about the feeling. Your money is for your future self. Don't steal from them to impress people today. The one line. You don't have a spending problem. You have a feeling problem. Pause 24 hours. Buy the thing or keep the peace. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 3. Will more money make me happy? You think, if I just hit $10,000 per month, I'll relax. Then you hit it. You move the goal to $20,000. You're still anxious, still checking, still not enough. So, does money buy happiness? Or are we all chasing a lie? The story, the $75,000 ceiling. 2010 Princeton. Daniel Kahneman studies 450,000 people. Finding, happiness increases with income until $75,000 per year. After that, flat. More money equals more stress, not more joy. Adjusted for 2026. Tilde operator $105K. Above that, you're not buying happiness. You're buying problems. Jim Carrey. I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer. He made $20 million per movie. 1990s. Still depressed. Howard Hughes. $1.5 billion in 1966. Richest man in the world. Died alone in a hotel, fingernails 2 inches long, afraid of germs. Money didn't save him from his mind. Opposite, Jose Mujica. President of Uruguay 2010 to 2015. Donated 90% of his $12,000 per month salary. Lived on a farm. Drove a 1987 VW Beetle. Called world's poorest president. He said, "I'm not poor. Poor are those who need too much. I'm free." Study. Lottery winners versus paraplegics. 1 year later, same happiness levels. Humans adapt. To mansions. To wheelchairs. To everything. Hedonic treadmill. You run but you stay in place. The how money buys freedom from. Not freedom to. Money buys three things: freedom from worry, food, rent, medical bills. That's $105,000. Freedom to choose your time, your work, your people. That's $105,000 plus boundaries. Freedom from meaning. That's where most rich people break. Harvard study of adult development, 85 years. Number one predictor of happiness isn't money. It's relationships. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Period. Bronnieware. Top regret number 2 of the dying. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Not one person said, I wish I'd made more money. Money solves money problems. If you're sad and broke, money solves sad plus broke. If you're sad and rich, you're just sad with a nicer couch. The practice. The freedom number. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Forget rich. What's your freedom number? Monthly cost of rent plus food plus health plus. 1 joy. No flex. No guilt. Open your eyes. Write it down. Example. $4,000 per month. That's $48,000 per year. That's your finish line. Not $1 million. Not more. Everything above that is for 3 things: giving, building, buying time. If you don't define enough, you'll never have it. The goal isn't more money. The goal is enough money plus peace. The one line. Money buys freedom from hunger, not from yourself. Find your number. Hit it. Then stop running. Enough is a decision, not an amount. Chapter 4. Why do I feel guilty when I make money? The question. You get the raise. The client pays. The business pops. And instead of joy, you feel gross. Guilty. Do I deserve this? You discount your prices. You hide your wins. You self-sabotage. Why does success feel like stealing? The story, The Survivor's Guilt Tax. Ed Sheeran 2011. Playing to 500 people. 2014. Playing to 80,000. He told Rolling Stone, I felt guilty every night. My friends are still bartending. Who am I to be here? So he drank. Blew his voice out. Almost quit. Shame researcher Breen Brown. Unearned shame is the most corrosive. You didn't earn poverty. So why would you have to earn wealth? Keanu Reeves. Gave away $75 million from Matrix. Why? He said, money is the last thing I think about. I could live on what I've already made for the next few centuries. But also survivor's guilt. His best friend River Phoenix died at 23. Keanu got famous. He pays the crew, buys motorcycles, funds children's hospitals anonymously. He's not generous. He's balancing a scale in his head. Sarah, 34, therapist. Raised poor. First in the family to make 6 figures. She cries after every payday. My mom still cleans houses. I buy oat milk. I'm a bad daughter. She undercharges clients. Burns out. You didn't leave them. Money did. And your brain thinks that's betrayal. The how class jump trauma. Sociology. Class ceiling and class jump trauma. When you out-earn your family, your nervous system freaks out. Loyalty versus growth conflict. Your body thinks, if I succeed, I'm not one of them anymore. So you self-sabotage to stay loyal. Dr. Nicole Lepra. You can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. But you also can't build if you think building is betrayal. Money isn't loyalty. Money is a tool. You don't love your mom less because you have health insurance. You don't betray your roots by watering them. Jay-Z, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. He grew up in Marcy Projects, now worth $2.5 billion. He buys his mom houses. He doesn't feel guilty. He feels responsible. Difference. Guilt paralyzes. Responsibility mobilizes. The practice. The permission slip. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Who are you scared of leaving behind if you get rich? Mom, dad, brother, your old self. Now write them a permission slip. Mom, I give myself permission to make more money than you ever did, and still love you the same. Dad, I give myself permission to be safe even though you weren't. Open your eyes. Read it out loud. You're not abandoning them. You're advancing the family line. Your win is their win. But only if you don't light yourself on fire to keep them warm. Charge your worth. Then send money home if you want. Guilt-free. The one line. You don't owe poverty to be loyal. You owe your family your peace, not your pain. Get the money. Then decide what to do with it. Chapter 5. How do I stop comparing my bank account? The question. Instagram. Guy is 23 with a Lembo. LinkedIn girl from college is VP now. Group chat. Friend just closed on a house. You're proud of them. And you hate yourself. Why does someone else's win feel like your loss? The story. The Instagram lie. Dan Bilzerian. Instagram 2015. Guns. Girls. Yachts. Self-made. Reality. Inherited trust fund from his dad, who went to prison for fraud. The yachts were rented. The girls were paid. He filed bankruptcy in 2001. Anna Delvey. Fake heiress. Scammed NYC for $275,000. She looked rich. Private jet. Hotel suites. She was broke. All borrowed. All fraud. Study. 60% of luxury cars on Instagram are rented for the photo. Entrepreneur with Rolex? $40 per day rental from a prop shop. Meanwhile, Ronald Reed, janitor. Gas station attendant. Vermont. Died 2014 at 92. Left $8 million to the library and hospital. Ate breakfast at the diner every day. Drove a used Toyota. No one compared themselves to him. He won. Comparison is a scam. You're losing to a highlight reel of lies. The How Mimetic Desire. Philosopher René Girard. Mimetic desire. We don't want things. We want what others want. You didn't want a Stanley Cup until TikTok did. You didn't want a Lembo until Instagram did. Your brain isn't tracking money. It's tracking status. And status is infinite. There's always someone richer. Theodore Roosevelt. Comparison is the thief of joy. But neuroscience says it's worse. Comparison is the thief of money. You buy stuff to keep up. You go broke trying to look rich. Naval. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The game of look rich equals prize. Debt. The game of be rich equals prize. Freedom. Pick one. The practice. The money mirror. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Think of one person you compare yourself to. Name them. Now ask, do I want their life or their post? Do you want their 80-hour weeks? Their anxiety? Their divorce? Or do you just want the photo? Open your eyes. Unfollow 3. Accounts today that make you feel behind. Not forever. For 30 days. Your brain needs a detox. Then write, my only competition is my bank account from last month. Did it go up $1? You won. Did it go down but you paid off debt? You won. The game is you versus you. The one line. You're not behind. You're on a different path. Stop watching their highlight reel. Build your bank statement. Quietly. Like Ronald. Chapter 6. What if I never get out of debt? The question. $10,000. $50,000. $200,000. Student loans. Credit cards. Medical. IRS. Interest is a monster. Minimum payments are a joke. You do the math. I'll be 65 when this is gone. So you numb out. Stop opening mail. Is this life? Just working to pay people forever? The story. The avalanche versus the snowball. Dave Ramsey. Debt snowball. Pay the smallest debt first. Ignore interest. Wins equals motivation. A person pays off 6 debts in 2 years. $40,000 gone. Math nerds. Debt avalanche. Pay highest interest first. Saves $8,000. But 78% quit because they don't see wins for 18 months. Behavior math. If you quit, math doesn't matter. Amanda, 29. $82,000 student loans. $15 per hour job. She snowballs. Paid off a $400 medical bill first. I felt like God. Then a $1,200 credit card. Then a $4,000 car. Took 5 years. Now debt-free. She said. I needed to believe I wasn't a loser. The small wins did that. Chris Rock. 1997. $200,000 in debt to the IRS. He said, I was rich and broke at the same time. Took every movie role. Paid it off in 3 years. Now, I checked my taxes myself. Every quarter. Debt is a fire. You don't put it out with a bucket. You put it out with momentum. The how, debt isn't moral. Susie Orman. Debt is bondage. True. But debt isn't you. You're not bad with money. You had a bad year. Bad decade. Bad medical luck. John Oliver. 77% of Americans are in debt. If 77% of people have a cold, we don't call them bad with health. We call it a pandemic. Banks profit off your shame. They want you to avoid the statement. Late fees equals $12 billion per year. Your shame is their revenue. Dr. Brad Klontz. Money avoidance script. I don't deserve to be debt-free, so I won't look. Lie. You deserve peace. The practice. The debt date. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. This is not a shame spiral. This is a business meeting. Open your eyes. Do this now. Write down all debts. 1 paper. No judgment. $400 hospital. $1,200 visa. $32,000 student. Circle the smallest. Pay $5 toward it today. Not $500. $5. Why? Because you broke the avoidance. Next Friday. Debt date. 30 minutes. Pay what you can. Celebrate every $100. You didn't get in debt in 1 day. You won't get out in 1 day. But you can get out. 1 payment at a time. The goal isn't debt-free by 30. The goal is, I'm not hiding anymore. The 1 line. Debt is a math problem, not a moral failure. Stop hiding. Start snowballing. You're not stuck. You're just on payment 1 of 60. Chapter 7. Should I feel bad for wanting more? The question. You have enough. Rent's paid. Food's in the fridge. But you want more. The house. The trip. The business. And a voice says, greedy. Ungrateful. People have less. Shut up. So you shrink. You don't ask for the raise. You don't launch the thing. Is ambition greed? Should you just be content? The story. The starving artist myth. Vincent van Gogh died broke. Now paintings sell for $100 million. We turned his suffering into virtue. Real artists starve. Lie. He wrote to Theo, I am always between 2 currents of thought, first the material difficulties, then the study of color. He wanted to sell. He needed money for paint. Mother Teresa took vow of poverty, but ran a $100 million organization. She flew private when donors paid. Used money as a tool. She said, it is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. She wasn't anti-money. She was anti-waste. Elon Musk, 2008. Tesla bankrupt. He had $30 million left from PayPal. Put it all in. Lived in friends' spare rooms. He said, if Something's important enough. You do it even if the odds are not in your favor. He wanted more. Not for yachts. For Mars. Ambition isn't greed. Ambition is direction. The how? Scarcity versus abundance. Dr. Brad Klontz. Money avoidance script. Rich people are greedy, so you stay poor to stay good. But poverty doesn't make you moral. It makes you tired. Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. Translation. People serve you best when they're paid well. Your broke therapist can't help you. Your rich therapist can. Naval. Seek wealth, not money or status. Wealth is assets that you earn while you sleep. Wealth equals freedom to say no. No to bad clients. No to toxic jobs. No to 80-hour weeks. More buys no. No buys peace. The practice. The greed test. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Ask, if I had 10x money, what would I do? Not buy. Do. If your answer is, help mom retire, fund schools, build wells, take sabbaticals, hire people. That's not greed. That's the scale. Greed is, I want more so you have less. My ambition is, I want more so we all have more. Open your eyes. Write your answer. That's your why for more. Tape it to your laptop. When shame says you're greedy, read it. You're not allowed to shrink to make others comfortable. You're allowed to grow to make others free. The one line, wanting more isn't greed. Wanting more for no reason is. Know your reason. Then go get it. Chapter 8. Why does money ruin friendships? The question. You lend your friend $500. They ghost you. You get a raise. The group chat gets quiet. You go broke. Nobody calls back. Money is a truth serum. Why does it break people you love? The story. The Lottery Curse. 2002. Jack Whitaker wins $315 million. Gives friends $1 million. Friend sues him for $10 million more. You ruined my life. Gives granddaughter $2,100 per week allowance. She died of an overdose at 17. He said, I wish I'd never won. Notorious B.I.G. M.O. money M.O. problems. He was right. Died at 24. Friends fighting over his estate before the body was cold. Opposite. Keanu Reeves. Matrix sequels. Gave up $75 million. So producers could hire more crew. The crew still talks about him. 20 years later. He said, money doesn't change people. It exposes them. Study. 70% of families. Wealth is lost by the second generation. 90% by the third. Why? Shirt sleeves too. Shirt sleeves in 3 generations. First gen makes it. Second gen spends it. Third gen fights over it. Money doesn't ruin relationships. Money reveals who is only there for money. The how? Financial infidelity. Term. Financial infidelity. 1 in 3 couples lie about money. Secret cards. Secret accounts. Because money equals power. Power equals fear. Dr. John Gottman. Number 1 predictor of divorce isn't affairs. It's contempt. And nothing breeds contempt like you make more than me, or you spend my money. Your friends. If your win makes them feel small. They weren't your people. They were your audience. Real friends. I'm proud of you. Must be nice. Rule. Never lend money you can't give. If you need it back to pay rent, don't lend it. Say, I can't lend it, but I can buy you dinner. Lending ruins friendships. Gifts don't. The practice. The money boundaries. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. Think of one money conflict. Ode. Oh. Jealousy. Ask, what boundary would have saved this? Examples. I don't mix friends and loans. I don't discuss salary at brunch. I don't pay for the whole group anymore. Open your eyes. Text that boundary to yourself. Next time money comes up, read it before you answer. You don't owe anyone access to your wallet to keep their friendship. If they left, the price was too high anyway. The one line. Money doesn't break friendships. Lack of boundaries does. Your bank account is not a group project. Chapter 9. How do I teach my kids about money? The question. You grew up with "we can't afford it." Or "don't worry about money." Now you're a parent. Or will be. You don't want them scared like you were. You don't want them spoiled. What do you say? What do you hide? How do you not pass the trauma down? The story. The 3-jar system. Warren Buffett. Age 6. Sold gum. Age 11. Bought first stock. His dad didn't give him money. He gave him accounting. Buffett said, "I learned to read financial statements before I could ride a bike." Shaquille O'Neal. Makes $400 million. His kids want $1,000. He says, "You want my money? Show me 2 degrees. Then we'll talk." He makes them fly commercial. No private jet unless they pay. Why? I don't want them to be Shaq's kids. I want them to be the kids who earned it. Contrast. Kim Kardashian. Northwest. Age 10. Has $10 million trust. Kim says, she doesn't know. She thinks we're normal rich. She gives her $1 per week allowance. Makes her budget for toys. Study. Kids who get allowance with rules. Become adults with savings. Kids who get an allowance with no rules become adults with debt. Kids who get no allowance become adults with anxiety. The how money is caught, not taught. Kids don't listen to your lectures. They watch your stress. You fight about bills. They learn. Money equals fighting. You hide prices. They learn. Money equals shame. You swipe cards for everything. They learn. Money equals infinite. Ron Lieber, the opposite of spoiled. Every conversation about money is a conversation about values. Ice cream is $5. We can get it. Or we can save it for the zoo. You choose. That's not about ice cream. That's about trade-offs. 3-jar system. Age 5 plus. Spend 50%. They buy what they want. Candy. Toys. Agency. Save 40% for big things. Bike. Game. Delayed gratification. Give 10% to church. Shelter. Friend. Empathy. You do it too. Out loud. I'm putting 10% in. Because we help. Kids become what you do, not what you say. The practice, the money. Dinner. Tonight or this week, money dinner. No shame. No lecture. Just 3 questions. What's something you want that costs money? Their desire is valid. What does our family save for? Show them the zoo fund. The vacation jar. Who could we help with $5? Pick together. Then do the 3-jar system. With real jars. Real cash. Kids need to see money. Digital is invisible. If you're broke, we have $20 this week. How should we use it? Include them. Scarcity plus agency equals confidence. Secrecy plus scarcity equals trauma. You're not raising a kid. You're raising an adult who will have to pay rent. The one line. Don't leave your kids money. Leave them money skills. The jars are the lesson. Dinner is love. Break the cycle with $1 at a time. Chapter 10. What if I die broke? The question. You're 40, 50, 60. 401k is a joke. Savings is $400. Social Security might be gone. You did everything right. Life happened. Divorce. Medical. 2008. Now you're scared. Not dying. Of dying broke. Of being a burden. Of leaving nothing. Is it too late? The story. The 80-year-old janitor. Ronald Reed. We met him in Chapter 5. Janitor. Gas station attendant. Vermont. Never made more than $12 per hour. Died at 92 with $8 million. How? 3 rules. Lived below his means. Same small house for 50 years. Bought blue chip stocks. Held for 50 years. J&J. P&G. Never sold. Reinvested dividends. He wasn't smart. He was patient. Contrast. Thomas Jefferson. Third president. Died $2 million in debt. Tilde operator $40M today. Lived on credit. Bought wine. Built Monticello. His kids sold everything, including slaves. Charles Dickens died rich. But wrote Charles Dickens died rich. But wrote A Christmas Carol in 6 weeks. Because he was broke. 1843. His books weren't selling. He had 4 kids. 5th on the way. Debt. Collectors at the door. He self-published Carol. Paid for printing himself. It saved him. He said, I shall be a greater man than I have been. For the rest of my life. You're not too late. You're just in chapter 1 of your money comeback. The how? Compound interest is your friend at any age. Rule of 72. 72 divided by return equals years to double money. At 8% return, money doubles every 9 years. Age 50. $10,000 becomes $40,000 by 68. Age 60. $10,000 becomes $20,000 by 69. Not retirement money. Dignity money. Enough to not ask your kids for rent. Enough to die without debt. Collectors calling your daughter. Social Security. Average 2026 check equals $1,920 per month. If you have $0 saved, that's it. Roommates at 75. But $100 per month starting at 55, at 8%, equals $24,000 by 75. $24,000 isn't rich. It's a breathing room. It's a paid-off funeral. It's don't worry about me. Susie Orman. Poverty in old age is not a money problem. It's a planning problem. You can't go back. You can start now. The practice. The Dignity Fund. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. You're not trying to get rich. You're trying to die unburdened. Open your eyes. Do this today. Open a Roth IRA. Fidelity. Vanguard. 5 minutes. Put in $10. Not $1,000. $10. Set auto transfer. $25 per month. If you're over 50, you can do catch-up contributions. $7,500 per year extra. If you can't, $25 per month is rebellion. Name the account. Dignity Fund. Not retirement. That's pressure. Dignity is the goal. You're not behind. You're starting. Ronald Reed started at 30. You can start at 60. The one line. Dying broke isn't failure. Dying with no plan is. Start the Dignity Fund. $10. Today. Your future self isn't asking for a yacht. They're asking not to be scared. Chapter 11. Can money buy time? The question. They say time is money. But is the reverse true? Can money buy time? You trade 40 hours per week for a paycheck. You're tired. You miss your kids' games. The rich hire people. Fly private. Buy time. Is that real? Or is it just rich people lying to feel better? The story. The Buffett lunch. Warren Buffett. Net worth $130 billion. Auctioned a lunch with him. Winner paid $19 million in 2022. Why? 3 hours with Buffett equals decades of mistakes avoided. He still lives in Omaha. Drives himself to McDonald's. But he doesn't mow his lawn. Doesn't do laundry. Doesn't sit in traffic. He buys back time. Jeff Bezos. 1994. Quit hedge fund to sell books. He said, I knew I wouldn't regret trying and failing. I would regret not trying. He bought time to fail. That's what his bonus bought. Chris Rock. 1990s. Broke. Took every gig. Bad movies. Clubs in the middle of nowhere. 2005. Rich. Said no to everything for 2 years. Wrote. Came back with Kill the Messenger. Money bought him time to get great. Opposite. The 80-hour hustle CEO. $10 million net worth. Mrs. Daughter's wedding. I'll make it up. He said. I'd give every dollar to have that day back. Money can't buy yesterday. The how money buys three types of time. Time back outsource. Cleaner. Groceries delivered. Long guy. $300 per month equals 10 hours per month back. That's a part-time job you don't work. Time forward. Invest. $100 per month at 8% equals $150,000 in 30 years. That's 5 years of retirement you just bought. Time present, freedom. FU money. 6 months expenses saved equals you can quit your toxic job tomorrow. That's the time you buy today. Ashley Willens, Harvard. Time affluence predicts happiness more than money. People who spend money to save time are happier than people who spend money to buy stuff. $40 for house cleaning equals more joy than $40 for a shirt. But you can't buy time you've already sold. You can't buy back your 20s. You can't buy back the recital. Money buys future time, not past time. The practice. The time audit. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. What do you hate doing that costs under $100 per month to stop? Laundry. Cleaning. Oil changes. Meal prep. Open your eyes. Write one thing. Now, can you buy it back? Example. Cleaning equals $120 per month. You work 1 hour overtime equals $50. Trade 2 hours of overtime for 8 hours of cleaning you don't do. That's 6 hours per month you just bought. Use it for kid, gym, sleep, book. If you're broke, buy time with trades. Watch neighbor's kid. They mow your lawn. Time is currency. Money is just one way to buy it. Rule. If you earn $25 per hour, don't do $10 per hour tasks, unless you love them. Mowing can be therapy. Cleaning can be prayer. But if you hate it and it's cheap to outsource, stop donating your life. The one line. Money can't buy yesterday, but I can buy it tomorrow. Stop selling your life for $10 per hour tasks. Buy time back. Then use it. Chapter 12. What's my money story now? The question. You've listened for 2 hours. You've remembered your dad's debt, your mom's fear, your own shame. So now what? Do you stay the same? Or do you write a new story? What's the final word on money for your life? The story, The Last Check. Osceola McCarty. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Washed clothes by hand for 75 years. 6th grade education. 1995. Died at 87. Gave $150,000 to University of Southern Mississippi. For black students. She never made more than $9,000 per year. She saved coins in jars. Dimes. Quarters. The reporter asked, "Why?" She said, "I want to help somebody's child go to college." She didn't have much. But she had a story. I'm a giver. Bob Hope died 2003. $150 million net worth. Gave 85% away. Entertained troops for 50 years. For free. His story. I'm useful. Your story isn't I'm broke or I'm rich. Your story is, what did money do through me? Rockefeller. If your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it. If your goal is to serve, you will become rich. And you won't care. You don't have a money problem. You have a money story problem. The How Rewrite the Script. Dr. Brad Klontz. For money scripts. You're living one. Money avoidance. Money is bad. You're broke. Money worship. Money will fix me. You're anxious. Money status. Money is my worth. You're exhausted. Money vigilance. Money must be protected. You're scared. New script. Money stewardship. Money is a tool. I use it for good. You're not the owner. You're the manager. Luke 16 verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Start with $10. Prove you can steward it. More will come. Your new story. I was scared of money, so I learned. I was angry at money, so I forgave. I was owned by money. Now I own my story. I'm not rich yet, but I'm free, because I looked. The practice. The money eulogy. Close your eyes. Last time. Breathe. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6. From today forward, what do you want people to say about you and money? He was generous. She was wise. They were free. He paid his debts and died at peace. Open your eyes. Write it. One sentence. My money story is. Now do one thing in 24 hours that proves it. Give $5. Open the Roth. Cancel the card. Pay the $20. Stories aren't written in journals. They're written in action. You don't need to be rich to change your story. Osceola wasn't. Ronald Reed wasn't. They were stewards. You can be too. The one line. Money is a story. You didn't write the first chapter. But you hold the pen now. Write a better ending. This is the end of. But it's day one of your new money story. You don't need to be fearless with money. You need to be honest. You don't need to be rich. You need to be free. If you die with $0 but you owned your story, you won. If you die with $10 million but money owns you, you lose. So check the account. Make a plan. Lay the brick. You're not bad with money. You were just never taught. Now you are. This is money meditation.